Tonight, as you settle into the peaceful sanctuary of approaching sleep, imagine that you are being held not just by the solid comfort of your bed, but by an invisible embrace that extends far beyond the boundaries of our planet. A protective, magnetic field so vast and gentle that it wraps around Earth like a cosmic blanket, shielding all life from the harsh radiation of space while remaining completely imperceptible to your senses. As you drift toward sleep tonight, you rest within one of the universe's most elegant protective systems. Earth's magnetosphere, an invisible shield generated by the swirling motion of molten iron in our planet's core, creating magnetic field lines that stretch hundreds of thousands of miles into space, forming a teardrop-shaped bubble of protection around our world. This magnetic guardian has been watching over Earth for billions of years, quietly deflecting the solar wind, streams of charged particles flowing from the sun at speeds of over 1,000,000 miles per hour. Without this invisible protector, these cosmic rays would strip away our atmosphere, sterilize our surface, and make the peaceful sleep you're enjoying tonight impossible on a planet that would be as barren as Mars. Picture this magnetic field as Earth's immune system, operating on a planetary scale, constantly sensing and responding to threats from space. When solar storms erupt from the sun's surface, sending powerful bursts of radiation toward Earth, our magnetic field responds like a gentle but firm guardian, deflecting these potentially harmful particles around our planet, creating the shimmering auroras at the poles as charged particles interact with our upper atmosphere. The source of this protection lies deep beneath your resting place, in the liquid iron core that churns and flows 1,800 miles below the surface. Here, in temperatures hotter than the sun's surface, convection currents of molten metal create what scientists call the geodynamo, a natural generator that has been producing Earth's magnetic field for over 3.5 billion years, powered by the planet's rotation and the slow cooling of our world's interior. This magnetic embrace operates with such subtlety that you never feel its presence, yet its influence touches every aspect of life on Earth. The compass needle that points north, the migration routes of countless animals, the protection of our atmosphere, the stability of our climate, all depend on the gentle, persistent work of this invisible guardian that surrounds you as you sleep. Tonight, as your own bioelectric field, the subtle electrical activity of your nervous system settles into the slower rhythms of sleep. You participate in the same electromagnetic principles that create Earth's protective field. Your neurons communicate through electrical signals. Your heart beats in response to electrical impulses, and your brain waves slow into the peaceful frequencies of rest, all while being held within the vast magnetic embrace that makes such delicate biological processes possible. The magnetic field that protects you operates according to principles of dynamic stability, constantly shifting and adjusting in response to changes in the solar wind and variations in Earth's rotation. Like a skilled guardian that never sleeps, it adapts its protective stance moment by moment, ensuring that the shield remains strong and effective despite the constant changes in space weather and planetary dynamics. As you rest tonight within this invisible sanctuary, remember that you are held by one of the universe's most persistent and gentle forms of protection. For billions of years, through ice ages and warm periods, through the rise and fall of countless species, through the slow dance of continental drift and the patient evolution of life itself, Earth's magnetic field has maintained its quiet vigil, creating the stable, protected environment where complex life could flourish. and where you can now rest in peaceful safety.
The liquid metal heart, deep Earth's hidden engine. As you sink deeper into sleep's embrace, journey with your imagination to the most mysterious region of our planet, the liquid iron core that lies nearly 2,000 miles beneath your resting place, where temperatures reach 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit and pressures exceed anything found on Earth's surface, yet where the most gentle and essential process for life unfolds, the generation of our planet's protective magnetic field. Tonight, while you rest in the cool quiet of your bedroom, Earth's heart beats with the slow, powerful rhythm of convection currents in liquid metal, creating the geodynamo that has protected our world for billions of years. This hidden engine operates with a patience and persistence that spans geological ages, powered by the gradual cooling of our planet's interior and the steady rotation that has turned our world for over 4 billion years. Picture the outer core as a vast ocean of molten iron and nickel, stirred by forces so immense yet so gradual that the metal flows like honey, rising and falling in convection patterns that dwarf any earthly comparison. These currents, driven by the heat radiating from the solid inner core and influenced by Earth's rotation, create spiraling flows that generate electrical currents, which in turn produce the magnetic field that emerges at Earth's surface and extends far into space. This liquid metal heart operates according to principles that seem almost magical, yet follow the precise laws of physics that govern electromagnetic phenomena throughout the universe. As the conducting fluid of the outer core moves through existing magnetic fields, it generates electrical currents, which create new magnetic fields, which influence the motion of the conducting fluid, creating a self-sustaining cycle that has operated continuously for billions of years. The beauty of this process lies in its dynamic equilibrium, the same principle that allows your body to maintain stable temperatures while you sleep through the complex regulation of blood flow, metabolism, and heat exchange. Earth's core maintains its magnetic field through similar self-regulating processes, adjusting the strength and direction of convection currents in response to changes in the planet's rotation, internal temperature, and the configuration of the magnetic field itself. As you rest tonight, consider that the liquid metal heart beneath you operates on timescales that make human experience seem like a single heartbeat in a cosmic lifetime. The convection patterns that generate our magnetic field change over thousands of years, while the overall structure of the geodynamo has remained stable for billions of years, demonstrating a form of planetary patience that puts our human concerns into humble perspective. The outer core's hidden work creates effects you can observe even from your bedroom. The slight wandering of magnetic north, what scientists call secular variation, reflects the slow changes in convection patterns deep below. The periodic reversals of Earth's magnetic field, which occur every few 100,000 years on average, represent major reorganizations in the flow patterns of the liquid metal heart. Yet life continues to flourish through these gentle transformations. This underground ocean of liquid metal demonstrates one of nature's most elegant solutions to the challenge of planetary protection. Rather than creating a rigid, unchanging shield, Earth's core generates a dynamic, responsive magnetic field that can adapt to changing conditions while maintaining its essential protective function. This flexibility ensures that our magnetic shield remains effective even as the solar system evolves and changes around us. The energy that drives this magnificent process comes from multiple sources. The slow cooling of Earth's interior, which drives convection, the crystallization of the solid inner core, which releases latent heat, and the rotation of the planet, which organizes the flow patterns into the spiraling motions
that create our magnetic field. These energy sources operate so slowly and steadily that they can sustain the geodynamo for billions of years. Tonight, as your own circulation system works quietly to maintain your body's equilibrium while you sleep, you participate in the same principles of fluid dynamics and energy transport that operate in Earth's liquid metal heart. Your blood flows in response to pressure differences and gravitational forces, carrying heat and nutrients throughout your body, just as the molten iron of the outer core flows in response to temperature gradients and rotational forces, generating the magnetic field that protects all life. The liquid metal heart that beats beneath you represents one of the universe's most remarkable examples of how simple physical processes, operating over vast scales of time and space, can create the complex, stable systems that make life possible. Its patient, persistent work ensures that the protective magnetic field surrounding you tonight will continue its gentle guardianship for billions of years to come, maintaining the safe harbor in space where life can rest, grow, and dream in peaceful security. The celestial compass, navigation's invisible guide. As your night deepens and you rest in the gentle darkness, turn your attention to one of humanity's oldest and most reliable guides, the invisible lines of magnetic force that have been quietly directing travelers for thousands of years, creating a planetary navigation system so precise and persistent that it has guided everything from ancient mariners crossing vast oceans to the tiny birds that migrate thousands of miles with unerring accuracy. Tonight, while you sleep in your familiar surroundings, Earth's magnetic field creates an invisible map that extends throughout our atmosphere and far into space, a three-dimensional network of force lines that emerge from the planet's interior and curve gracefully through the sky before returning to the opposite magnetic pole, creating pathways that countless creatures have learned to read and follow across the generations. Picture these magnetic field lines as gentle currents flowing through the space around you, invisible highways that connect every location on Earth to the planet's magnetic poles. These lines of force pass through your bedroom as you sleep, through your body as you rest, creating a subtle but consistent directional reference that has remained remarkably stable throughout human history, allowing navigation techniques developed thousands of years ago to remain accurate today. The compass needle that points toward magnetic north is responding to these invisible field lines, aligning itself with the planet's magnetic geometry, like a tiny metal weather vane responding to an unfelt breeze. This simple instrument reveals the presence of forces that permeate all of space around Earth, demonstrating how the most profound natural phenomena often manifest in the simplest, most elegant ways. But humans are not the only travelers who depend on this magnetic navigation system. Arctic terns use Earth's magnetic field to guide their epic 44,000-mile annual migration from Arctic to Antarctic and back again. Sea turtles navigate vast ocean distances by sensing subtle variations in magnetic intensity and direction. Salmon return to their birth streams by following magnetic signatures unique to different geographical locations. These natural navigators possess sensory abilities that allow them to perceive magnetic fields directly. Specialized cells containing magnetite crystals that function like biological compasses, nerve pathways that can detect the direction and strength of magnetic fields, and brain regions specialized for processing magnetic information. They carry within their bodies the same principles that operate in human-made compasses, yet integrated into living systems with a sensitivity that far exceeds our artificial instruments. As you rest tonight, Consider that your own body contains trace amounts of magnetite, the same iron-based mineral that makes compass needles point north. While humans appear to have lost most conscious awareness of magnetic fields during our evolution, some researchers suggest that we retain subtle unconscious sensitivity to Earth's magnetic environment, potentially influencing our sense of direction and spatial orientation in ways we don't fully understand. The magnetic compass system that guides travelers operates with remarkable consistency across the entire planet. From the Arctic tundra to tropical rainforests, from mountain peaks to ocean depths, the magnetic field provides the same reliable directional reference, creating a truly global navigation network that transcends all boundaries of geography, climate, and culture. This invisible guidance system has shaped human exploration and discovery throughout history. The magnetic compass enabled the great age of ocean exploration, allowing navigators to maintain their bearings even when land was far beyond the horizon and the stars were hidden by clouds. Without this reliable magnetic guide, much of human civilization's expansion across the planet would have been impossible. The precision of magnetic navigation becomes even more remarkable when you consider that it operates continuously, requiring no external power source, no maintenance, no human intervention. Earth's magnetic field has been providing consistent navigational guidance for millions of years before humans evolved, and will continue to do so for millions of years after our current civilization has passed into history. Tonight, as you sleep in a world where GPS satellites and electronic navigation systems seem to have replaced the simple magnetic compass, remember that the same invisible field lines that guided ancient explorers are still flowing silently through the space around you. The magnetic pathways that led Vikings across the North Atlantic and helped Polynesian navigators find tiny islands in the vast Pacific continue their patient work, creating an ancient and reliable foundation beneath all our modern navigation technologies. The celestial compass that surrounds you operates according to principles of geometric elegance and physical consistency that make it one of nature's most perfect guidance systems. Its field lines curve through space with mathematical precision. Its directional reference remains stable across centuries, and its availability extends to every location on Earth's surface and far into the atmosphere above. As you rest tonight within this invisible navigation network, trust that the same forces that have guided countless travelers safely to their destinations continue their gentle work around you, creating a sense of orientation and place that connects you to every other location on our planet and to the patient, persistent magnetic heart that generates this remarkable system of celestial guidance. The aurora painters, solar wind's beautiful dance. As you settle into the deeper currents of sleep, imagine the most spectacular light show in our solar system unfolding in the skies above the polar regions. The aurora borealis and aurora australis, where Earth's magnetic field transforms the invisible solar wind into curtains of light that dance across the night sky in colors so beautiful they seem like nature's own attempt at painting the heavens with pure luminescence. Tonight, while you rest in darkness, the interaction between our planet's magnetic field and the stream of charged particles flowing from the sun creates one of the most elegant demonstrations of electromagnetic forces in action. The solar wind, traveling at over 1,000,000 miles per hour, encounters Earth's magnetosphere and is gently redirected around our planet, But some particles manage to slip through the magnetic defenses and spiral down toward the poles, where they collide with atmospheric gases to create the ethereal light displays known as auroras. Picture the magnetosphere as a cosmic artist's studio, where the canvas is our upper atmosphere, and the paint consists of high-energy particles from the sun. When these solar particles strike oxygen atoms at different altitudes, they produce different colors of aurora. The familiar green light comes from oxygen at about 60 miles altitude, while rare red auroras form when particles interact with oxygen at much higher elevations. Blue and purple lights result from interactions with nitrogen, creating a palette of colors that shifts and flows with the changing intensity of the solar wind. This celestial light show operates according to principles that mirror the aurora-like phenomena occurring in your own body as you sleep. Your neurons communicate through electrical charges moving along cellular pathways, creating the bioelectric fields that generate your brain waves and coordinate your body's functions. Similarly, the aurora forms when charged particles follow magnetic field lines toward Earth's poles, creating electrical currents in the upper atmosphere that excites gas molecules into glowing with characteristic colors. The aurora displays reveal the dynamic, responsive nature of Earth's magnetic field. During periods of intense solar activity, when our star releases massive bursts of charged particles called coronal mass ejections, the aurora can extend far beyond its usual polar regions, sometimes appearing in skies as far south as the northern United States or as far north as southern Australia. These expanded displays show how our magnetic field stretches and flexes under the pressure of increased solar wind, like a protective umbrella, bending but not breaking under a sudden gust of cosmic weather. As you rest tonight, solar particles are constantly streaming past Earth at incredible speeds, most of them deflected harmlessly around our planet by the magnetic field's invisible embrace. But the small fraction that penetrates our magnetosphere creates a continuous, ever-changing display of atmospheric light that has inspired human imagination for thousands of years, generating myths and legends about dancing spirits, bridges to other worlds, and messages from the gods. The timing of aurora displays follows the rhythms of solar activity, which operates on cycles spanning days, months, years, and decades. Solar storms can create aurora displays visible for hours or days, while the sun's 11-year activity cycle influences the frequency and intensity of aurora appearances. This celestial choreography connects the rhythm of aurora displays to the deep cycles of our star's magnetic behavior, creating patterns that span timescales from minutes to decades. Indigenous peoples of the polar regions developed rich traditions of aurora observation and interpretation, recognizing patterns in the lights that connected them to seasonal changes, weather patterns, and the migration behaviors of Arctic animals. These traditional knowledge systems understood the aurora as part of larger environmental cycles, demonstrating humanity's ancient ability to read the subtle signs of cosmic and atmospheric activity. Modern science has revealed that aurora displays reflect the health and dynamics of Earth's entire magnetosphere. Researchers use aurora observations to understand how our magnetic field responds to solar activity, how charged particles move through near-Earth space, and how the planet's magnetic environment changes over time. The dancing lights serve as a visible manifestation of invisible processes occurring throughout the vast volume of space, dominated by Earth's magnetic influence. The aurora also demonstrates the three-dimensional nature of Earth's magnetic field. The lights follow magnetic field lines as they converge toward the poles, creating curtain-like displays that reveal the shape and structure of invisible magnetic pathways. When you see photographs of aurora displays, you're actually seeing a visual map of Earth's magnetic field geometry made manifest through the interaction with solar particles. Tonight, even if aurora displays are not visible from your location, the same electromagnetic processes that create these beautiful lights are occurring continuously in the space above you. Solar particles are being deflected around Earth's magnetosphere. Field lines are channeling charged particles toward the poles, and the upper atmosphere is glowing faintly with the constant, gentle interaction between our planet's magnetic field and the solar wind. As you sleep beneath this invisible light show, remember that you rest within a system of such elegant beauty that it turns the harsh radiation of space into displays of light so spectacular they inspire wonder in everyone who witnesses them. The aurora painters work continuously above you, transforming the invisible forces of the solar wind into visible reminders of the protective magnetic embrace that makes your peaceful sleep possible. The ancient wanderer, magnetic pole journeys through time. As your sleep deepens into its most restorative phases, travel back through the vast expanse of geological time to discover one of Earth's most fascinating secrets, the wandering journey of our planet's magnetic poles, which have danced across the globe for millions of years, occasionally performing complete reversals that flip north to south and south to north. Yet, through all these dramatic changes, life has continued to flourish under the protection of our ever-present magnetic shield. Tonight, while you rest in the stability of your familiar surroundings, Earth's magnetic North Pole is slowly traveling across the Arctic at a pace of about 40 miles per year, continuing a journey that has carried it hundreds of miles over the past few centuries. This wandering reflects the dynamic nature of the liquid metal currents deep in Earth's core, where changes in convection patterns gradually shift the geometry of our planet's magnetic field, creating a slow but persistent migration of the poles that has been occurring for billions of years. Picture the magnetic poles as ancient travelers, moving across Earth's surface in response to the deep, slow changes in our planet's interior. Unlike the geographic poles, which are fixed points defined by Earth's rotation, the magnetic poles follow the shifting patterns of electromagnetic force generated by the churning liquid metal in our planet's core. Their wandering path creates a geological record of how Earth's magnetic field has evolved over time, written in the magnetic signatures preserved in ancient rocks and seafloor sediments. This polar wandering reveals that Earth's magnetic field is far more dynamic than early scientists imagined. The field lines that emerge from our planet's interior and extend into space are constantly shifting their configuration in response to changes in the core's convection patterns. What appears to us as a stable, unchanging protective field is actually a complex, evolving system that has been in continuous flux throughout Earth's history. The most dramatic aspect of magnetic pole behavior is the complete reversal of polarity that occurs roughly every 300,000 to 500,000 years on average, though the intervals between reversals vary widely. During these reversals, the magnetic field doesn't simply flip instantly from north to south. Instead, it weakens significantly, becomes highly unstable, and may even develop multiple north and south poles before settling into its new configuration. These reversal periods can last anywhere from thousands to tens of thousands of years. As you sleep tonight, you rest during a period of relative magnetic stability. But geological evidence shows that our planet may be entering the early stages of another polarity reversal. The magnetic field has weakened by about 10% over the past 150 years, and the accelerating movement of magnetic north suggests that significant changes may be occurring in the core's dynamics. Yet even during periods of magnetic instability, the protective field never disappears completely. It simply becomes more complex and variable.
Life on Earth has survived hundreds of magnetic reversals throughout its evolutionary history, demonstrating remarkable resilience to these dramatic changes in our planet's magnetic environment. Fossil records show no correlation between mass extinction events and magnetic reversals, suggesting that the weakened but persistent magnetic field continues to provide adequate protection from cosmic radiation even during transition periods. The wandering of magnetic poles affects navigation systems around the world, requiring regular updates to magnetic declination charts that help compass users adjust for the difference between magnetic north and geographic north at their location. Airports must periodically renumber their runways, which are designated based on their magnetic heading, to account for the shifting position of magnetic north. These practical adjustments remind us that we live on a dynamic planet, where even the most fundamental references are slowly but constantly changing. Ancient rocks preserve a detailed record of magnetic pole positions throughout Earth's history, creating what geologists call the apparent polar wander path. This geological archive reveals that the magnetic poles have wandered all over the globe, sometimes residing near the equator, sometimes clustering near the current pole positions, creating patterns that reflect the complex evolution of our planet's internal dynamics over hundreds of millions of years. The study of ancient magnetic pole positions has revolutionized our understanding of continental drift and plate tectonics. By comparing the magnetic signatures in rocks of different ages and locations, scientists can track how continents have moved across Earth's surface over geological time, reconstruct ancient climates, and understand how our planet's surface has been reshaped by the slow but powerful forces of geological change. Tonight, as you rest in a world where GPS satellites provide navigation that seems independent of Earth's magnetic field, remember that you still live within the influence of magnetic forces that have been shaping our planet for billions of years. The wandering magnetic poles continue their ancient journey, following patterns that connect your quiet moment of sleep to the vast timescales of geological change and the deep processes that have made Earth a haven for life throughout its long history. The magnetic poles that wander above you tonight carry within their movement the story of our planet's dynamic interior, the history of life's adaptation to changing electromagnetic environments, and the promise that Earth's protective magnetic embrace will continue its patient work through whatever changes the future may bring, maintaining the stable conditions that make peaceful sleep and the continuation of life possible on our restless, dynamic, magnificently protected world. The Life Guardians: How Magnetism Protects Biology. As you rest in the deepest sanctuary of sleep, contemplate one of the most crucial yet invisible services that Earth's magnetic field provides. Its role as a gentle but powerful guardian of the delicate biological processes that make your life possible, shielding the intricate molecular machinery of living cells from cosmic radiation that would otherwise disrupt the DNA, proteins, and cellular structures that enable your body to function, grow, and repair itself while you sleep. Tonight, while you rest in the quiet darkness of your bedroom,
Earth's magnetosphere is deflecting billions of high-energy particles that stream toward our planet from deep space. Cosmic rays and solar radiation that carry enough energy to break apart the complex molecules that form the foundation of life. Without this magnetic protection, the genetic information stored in your cells would be constantly damaged. The proteins that drive your metabolism would be disrupted, and the delicate electrical signals that coordinate your nervous system would be overwhelmed by electromagnetic interference from space. Picture your body as an intricate biological city where trillions of cells work together in perfect coordination, each one depending on precisely structured molecules and carefully regulated electrical signals to perform its essential functions. The cosmic radiation that constantly bombards Earth from space carries enough energy to act like molecular bullets, capable of shattering the delicate chemical bonds that hold DNA together, disrupting the protein structures that catalyze vital chemical reactions, and interfering with the electrical processes that allow your neurons to communicate.
Earth's magnetic field serves as an invisible umbrella over this biological city, gently deflecting most cosmic radiation away from our planet's surface. The charged particles that make up much of this dangerous radiation are guided by magnetic forces, following curved paths around Earth, rather than striking our atmosphere directly. This magnetic deflection reduces the radiation exposure at Earth's surface by orders of magnitude compared to what we would experience on an unprotected planet like Mars. The protection provided by our magnetic field becomes even more critical when you consider the exquisite sensitivity of biological systems to electromagnetic interference. Your nervous system operates through electrical signals that travel along nerve fibers at precisely controlled voltages and frequencies. Your heart maintains its rhythm through electrical impulses generated by specialized pacemaker cells. Even the basic process of cellular metabolism depends on the controlled movement of charged particles across cell membranes. As you sleep tonight, your body's repair systems are working to fix the small amount of molecular damage that does occur despite our magnetic protection. DNA repair enzymes identify and correct damaged genetic sequences. Protein quality control systems remove and replace malfunctioning molecules, and cellular maintenance processes clean up the byproducts of normal metabolism. These repair mechanisms evolved under the protection of Earth's magnetic field and might not be sufficient to maintain life under the much higher radiation levels that would exist without magnetic shielding. The magnetic protection of Earth becomes particularly important during solar storms, when the sun releases massive bursts of charged particles that can overwhelm satellite electronics, disrupt radio communications, and create beautiful but powerful aurora displays. During these events, Earth's magnetosphere compresses under the increased pressure of the solar wind, and some additional radiation penetrates closer to the surface. Yet, even during the most intense solar storms, our magnetic field continues to provide adequate protection for surface-dwelling life. The biological importance of magnetic protection extends beyond individual organisms to entire ecosystems and the evolutionary processes that have shaped life on Earth. The stable, low radiation environment created by our magnetosphere has allowed complex, multicellular organisms to evolve, enabling the development of large brains, sophisticated sensory systems, and the intricate social behaviors that characterize advanced life forms. Without magnetic protection, evolution might have been limited to simple, radiation-resistant organisms similar to those found in the most extreme environments on Earth. Research has shown that some organisms have evolved specific biological responses to magnetic fields, suggesting that life on Earth has adapted not only to exist under magnetic protection,
but to use magnetic information for navigation, timing, and other biological functions. Migratory animals use Earth's magnetic field for navigation. Some bacteria orient themselves along magnetic field lines, and certain plants may use magnetic cues to coordinate their growth and reproduction cycles. The magnetic field's biological protection operates continuously without interruption, requiring no maintenance or external energy input beyond the natural processes occurring in Earth's core. This reliable, persistent shielding has been operating for billions of years, providing the stable radiation environment necessary for life to establish itself, evolve into complex forms, and develop the technological capabilities that allow us to understand and appreciate the very magnetic processes that protect us. Tonight, as you sleep within this invisible biological sanctuary, your cells are carrying out the intricate processes of life under the gentle protection of forces that extend hundreds of thousands of miles into space. The magnetic field lines that curve gracefully around our planet are not just abstract physical phenomena. They are the guardians of every heartbeat, every breath, every thought that makes your existence possible. As your body's biological systems work through the night to maintain your health and vitality, they operate within the same electromagnetic environment that has protected life on Earth for billions of years. The magnetic embrace that surrounds you tonight is not just a physical shield, but a biological necessity, ensuring that the delicate molecular processes of life can continue their patient work in the protected space that Earth's magnetic field creates around our living world.
The planetary heartbeat, magnetic rhythms, and Earth's pulse. As your night's journey reaches its completion and you rest in the deepest embrace of restorative sleep, attune yourself to one of Earth's most subtle yet profound rhythms, the gentle pulsing of our planet's magnetic field, which beats with frequencies that connect your resting body to the electromagnetic heartbeat of the entire Earth, creating resonances that some researchers believe may influence biological processes in ways we are only beginning to understand. Tonight, while you sleep in the quiet sanctuary of darkness, Earth's magnetosphere pulses with ultra-low frequency oscillations called Schumann resonances, electromagnetic waves that circle the globe between the planet's surface and the ionosphere, creating a natural frequency spectrum that has remained remarkably stable throughout the evolution of life on our world. These planetary heartbeats occur at frequencies that remarkably match the alpha brainwaves of relaxed human consciousness, suggesting a deep connection between Earth's electromagnetic environment and the rhythms of biological life. Picture the space between Earth's surface and the ionosphere as a vast, spherical resonating chamber, where electromagnetic waves generated by lightning strikes circle the globe at the speed of light, creating standing wave patterns that pulse with the gentle rhythm of Earth's natural electrical activity. These Schumann resonances create what scientists call Earth's background hum, a continuous, subtle electromagnetic vibration that permeates the entire planet and extends into the space where all terrestrial life evolved and continues to exist. The fundamental Schumann resonance occurs at approximately 7.83 Hertz, a frequency that falls within the range of human alpha brainwaves associated with relaxed, meditative states of consciousness. This remarkable correspondence has led some researchers to suggest that Earth's electromagnetic environment may have influenced the evolution of biological rhythms, or that living organisms have evolved to synchronize with the planet's natural electromagnetic pulse in ways that support health and well-being. As you rest tonight, your brain waves are slowing into the deeper frequencies of sleep. Delta waves around 1 to 3 hertz during the deepest sleep phases, and theta waves around 4 to 7 hertz during REM sleep and the transition between sleep stages. These natural brain rhythms exist within the same general frequency range as Earth's Schumann resonances, creating a potential for electromagnetic synchronization between your sleeping consciousness and the planet's natural electromagnetic pulse. The magnetic field variations that create these planetary rhythms are generated by the complex interaction between solar wind, Earth's magnetosphere, and the electrical activity in our atmosphere. Solar particles interacting with our magnetic field create magnetospheric storms that pulse with frequencies ranging from seconds to hours. Lightning strikes around the world generate electromagnetic waves that resonate in the Earth ionosphere cavity, creating the steady Schumann frequency background. These various electromagnetic phenomena combine to create what some researchers describe as Earth's electromagnetic signature, a unique pattern of frequencies that characterizes our planet's electrical environment. Some scientists have proposed that these natural electromagnetic rhythms may serve as subtle timing cues for biological processes, helping to coordinate circadian rhythms, influence hormone production, and support the synchronized activity of living systems. While this research remains preliminary and controversial, it suggests that the electromagnetic environment created by Earth's magnetic field may be more intimately connected to biological function than previously recognized. The stability of Earth's electromagnetic rhythms over geological timescales has provided a consistent environmental background throughout the evolution of complex life. While magnetic pole positions have wandered and field strength has varied, the fundamental electromagnetic characteristics of our planet have remained remarkably stable, potentially serving as reliable environmental cues that life has learned to utilize for timing, navigation, and physiological regulation. Modern research has revealed that many animals are sensitive to magnetic fields and electromagnetic frequencies in ranges that include Earth's natural electromagnetic background. Some studies suggest that disruptions to natural electromagnetic environments through technological sources of electromagnetic radiation might interfere with biological processes that depend on natural electromagnetic cues, though the significance of these effects for human health remains an active area of research. As you sleep tonight within Earth's gentle electromagnetic embrace, consider that your body's bioelectric field, generated by the electrical activity of your nervous system, heart, and cellular processes, exists within and potentially interacts with the planet's natural electromagnetic environment. Your brainwaves, heart rhythms, and cellular electrical activity all operate within frequency ranges that overlap with Earth's natural electromagnetic spectrum, creating possibilities for subtle forms of biophysical connection to the planet that supports your life. The magnetic field variations that create Earth's electromagnetic pulse are generated by the same deep processes in our planet's core that create the protective magnetosphere. The liquid metal currents that generate our magnetic shield also create the subtle variations in field strength and direction that contribute to the complex electromagnetic environment surrounding our planet. In this way, the same forces that protect life from cosmic radiation also create the electromagnetic background that may influence the biological rhythms of life itself. Tonight, as you rest in the quiet sanctuary of sleep, you are held not only by the protective embrace of Earth's magnetic field, but also by the subtle rhythms of electromagnetic activity that pulse through the space around our planet. Whether or not these planetary heartbeats directly influence your biological processes, they represent another layer of connection between your individual existence and the vast, complex systems that make Earth a uniquely hospitable home for life in the cosmos. As your own heartbeat slows into the peaceful rhythms of deep sleep, and your brainwaves settle into the gentle frequencies of restoration and renewal, you participate in the same principles of rhythmic, oscillatory activity that characterize Earth's electromagnetic pulse, creating a harmony between your personal biological rhythms and the ancient electromagnetic song that our planet has been singing throughout the long history of life's evolution, under the protection of the gentle, persistent, magnificently complex magnetic field that surrounds and sustains us all.